Hey there, it's Jenna from the Intern Hustle, and in this video, I'm going to share some of the biggest and most common mistakes that students make when applying for internships. Whether you're just getting started with your internship applications or you've been at this for a while, it's a good idea to be mindful of what I'm covering in this video so that you don't make mistakes that cost you the internship. Hit that like button to let me know you're interested in learning more, and don't forget to subscribe and tap that bell to be notified for new videos every single week on this channel. Okay, up first in internship application mistakes. Waiting too long to get started. Maybe it's because you think you have all the time in the world, or maybe it's because you're a pro at procrastinating, but you need to start taking action earlier. I talk about this a lot. Many of the bigger companies or more competitive internships start recruiting 8 months in advance of the internship start date on average. This means that you can't sit around and wait till the last minute to apply. Come up with a plan and take small actions each day that will get you closer to your goal. Maybe this means researching opportunities that sound interesting to you. Maybe this is pulling your resume together. Come up with actions that you can take and start taking them now. The next mistake I see most students make is applying to any and all internships without any idea of what they actually want to do. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying that you need to have your entire career mapped out already, but you should be able to narrow it down to things like industry, type of role or department, and location that you're interested in. This will help you narrow down the opportunities that are the best fit for you to apply to, and it will also help others to potentially identify opportunities that could be a great fit for you. Knowing what you want forces quality over quantity, and that's key when it comes to applying for internships. And the beautiful thing about internships is that they are your chance to experiment with your interests. You're not locked in. Just pick something to start with, learn more about what you do and don't like, and then pivot for the next opportunity if necessary. But don't just send your resume out to 300 completely random internships hoping for the best. That's a waste of time for both you and the companies that are looking to hire great interns. On the flip side to this, don't put all your eggs in one basket either. A big mistake can be applying to your dream internship and only your dream internship. It's important that you apply to a handful of opportunities so that you have options, just like when you were applying to colleges. You likely had one dream school in mind, but you also applied to some backup options just to be safe. Another common mistake I see students making is counting themselves out before they even try. Maybe you've done this before. You read a job description for an internship and you think, I don't have the skills or experience to do that. There's no way that they would pick me. So you move on without applying. Well, I'm here to tell you that job descriptions are employer wish lists. They don't expect everyone applying to check every box. And when it comes to internships, you are most definitely not expected to check every box. You are there to learn and gain experience just as much as you are to contribute and add value to the company. Bottom line, you should apply even if you don't feel qualified. Don't count yourself out. This next mistake is so easy to make, and that is only applying to internships through online job boards. You might be wondering why this is a mistake. Doing so, exclusively applying online, can really limit your chances of getting an internship because so many other people are doing this. You're just one of hundreds to thousands of applicants. How are you going to stand out? The best way to find opportunities and land internships is through building relationships with the right people. Informational interviews or coffee chats are a great way to learn more about an industry, a company, a professional's own personal path to success, and they can be a great opening to an internship opportunity. The more people you interact with who are aligned to what you want to do, the more likely you are to land an internship. Now, I have an entire video series on informational interviews and how to do them well, so go check that out if you're looking for some tips. I will link to it in the description. However, one word of caution on the informational interview front. And this is based on a mistake that I personally made during my own internship search days. Always do your research and be thoughtful about the timing when you reach out to someone for an informational interview. You want to be respectful of their time, and if you reach out in the middle of their busy season at work, which I mistakenly did, then you aren't coming off as very respectful of their time. So do your best research on the industry and find out when a typical busy season may be, and avoid reaching out for informational interviews at that time. Next mistake to avoid, you've likely heard before, and that is don't send the same resume to every company. You should be tailoring your resume for each and every opportunity that you apply to. I'm not going to go into this one any further in this video because I do have an entire video dedicated to how to tailor your resume. I will link that for you in the description below. And you can also grab a copy of my resume readiness checklist to get started at theinternhustle.com/resume. A mistake that feels closely tied to the last one on resumes is not taking the time to write and submit a custom cover letter for each opportunity. Now, a cover letter is your chance to tell the company a bit of your story and how you can add value to them. Unless the company specifically says not to submit a cover letter, I encourage you to take the time to do it. And again, to go back to a previous point, if you're focusing on quality of applications versus quantity of applications, then writing a cover letter for each one won't be so bad. So check out my videos on cover letters. I will link to them in the description. And then grab a copy of my Cover Letters That Convert guide to learn how to write cover letters that get results, aka land you those interviews. Another application mistake that is easy to avoid, but so many still screw this up, is when applicants fail to follow the instructions that the company includes in the application process. Instructions can be as simple as who you should address your cover letter and email to when applying, to as random as asking you to hold up a pen in a video that you're required to submit as part of the application process. That actually was a specific instruction that I had to follow before, and the company did it because they wanted to quickly weed out anyone who didn't hold up a pen in their application video, because that told them that most people don't know how to follow instructions, or they're lazy, and this is just one of many opportunities that they're applying to, and they don't really care. Companies want to know that you care enough to follow their instructions, so read those job descriptions and applications carefully. And for maybe the most important mistake that you need to be aware of when applying to internships, don't forget to follow up. A lot of people fail to do this. You should always follow up after you apply. It shows that you're really interested and you're invested. If you're wondering when in the process you should be following up or what you should say when you do, I have a video on follow-up that you can check out next. Again, I will link it for you in the description below. There you go, mistakes to avoid when applying for internships. I think I just gave you 10 of them. So be mindful of these things when you apply. Always be thoughtful and remember that there are humans just like you on the other side of this process. Make it easy for them to say yes to you by avoiding the internship application mistakes that I just shared. Don't forget to check the description for the videos and resources that I mentioned in this video. And here's another great video on applying to internships that I recommend you check out next. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you some new insights today, please give it a like and share it with a friend or two. Hit that subscribe button below so that you don't miss out on future videos. In support of your hustle, I'm Jenna from theinternhustle.com, and I'll see you next Monday.